I think we were like I was 19, I think, when we met.
hated each other.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
Was it like the military or?
So we met through a mutual friend, Trevor. You know Trevor?
Mm-hmm.
And Jake lived with Trevor. And after Trevor went to boot camp, Jake and everybody that was still living in that house was still living there, and I would visit there all the time. And Jake like made it a point to not be my friend.
he showed up to the party with a guitar. I was like, this fucking guy.
I was that guy. I was that guy. And I was like, who wants to hear Wonderwall, motherfuckers?
Dude, and I'm just like, bro, like, we're just trying to get drunk. Like,
so we got a new setup now.
New setup.
Yeah.
I went to do a podcast with that guy I met at the gym.
Yeah.
His name's Josh. He's like a video producer. He does like commercials and small projects for like people who think they're musicians and they want like a music video or something.
Yeah.
And they have like 10 grand for some reason. He does that type of shit. But he also does a podcast called Sips and Slides.
Yeah.
Where he interviews like small business people and whatever. I think anyone he can find, really. So, but he has like it's a bigger studio. He has like a condo and one of like probably the master bedroom in it, I think, he turned into like a studio. But it's like a couch setup.
Master bedroom. Dang,
yeah, it's big.
So it's big.
I know, because this room's so small, dude.
I know.
I'm like, I wish.
Dude, I like this setup now, though.
It's nice.
It looks great. This like...
It's just hard to squeeze in and out.
Out of everything we've done, it like actually feels like a studio now.
Yeah.
Like this feels like a studio now.
It does.
my first impression, I thought it was a studio. I was like, this is nice.
Looks legit.
Oh, yeah, it looks very legit.
You got
That's
to
good.
see this for the first time as me, too, because this is he just got all this extra, like this Rodecaster and the screen and all that.
Nice.
Just got that stuff.
Yeah. Before, the table was like the other way because we were doing reaction videos with that TV.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. But now we'll do them with this screen because it can swing around and then we'll both sit there, I guess.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
All right.
So we're here with Jake, Nick's childhood friend.
We met, I think we were like I was 19, I think, when we met.
hated each other.
Really?
That's
Was it like the military or?
So we met through a mutual friend, Trevor. You know Trevor? And Jake lived with Trevor. And after Trevor went to boot camp, Jake and everybody that was still living in that house was still living there, and I would visit there all the time. And Jake like made it a point to not be my friend.
he showed up to the party with a guitar. I was like, this fucking guy.
I was that guy. I was that guy. And I was like, who wants to hear Wonderwall, motherfuckers?
Dude, and I'm just like, bro, like, we're just trying to get drunk. Like,
So yeah, he like tried real hard not to be my friend, and that just made me want to be his friend hard as possible.
That's funny.
So every negative thing he would say to me, I would just say a friendly thing back to him, and he would get really mad.
When I get drunk, I was just a shit talker. Dude. So whenever this guy came up, I just like, I don't know. I don't think it was like always aggressive. I think it was just like very standoffish in a way. Like, yeah, whatever, man. You know what I mean? Like, very dismissive.
This was back when me and Shelby very first started dating.
Oh, man.
And I remember specifically one thing he said to us. He's like, oh, you guys are dating? He's like, what's your zodiac signs? Right?
I was drunk
like,
and I thought I was
Virgo
smart.
And whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, that's not compatible at all. Dude, I was like,
he was right.
Was I wrong?
No, you weren't wrong. And I wish that you were like, not an asshole about that, because then I would have listened to you.
Dude, I think I once again just
Do you
drunk
actually follow that stuff?
No, I did when I was younger because I had a lot of homegirls that were like really into it, and at that time I just like got used to hearing them talk about it, and it was just more so like joining the conversation, and I just like ended up picking up a lot of the knowledge.
You like remembered
that they were talking. Yeah, I started to remember. I started to do my own little bit of research in it. You know what I mean? Because I think astrology is definitely interesting. You know what I mean? But it's not like a core belief of mine. It's just kind of a background knowledge to apply to some vague situations, I guess you would do.
I feel like it's good for like college party talk.
Yeah.
It's
To
good
talk.
for small talk,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
for like college people. Yeah, definitely that age group.
When I worked at the movie theater, there was this Asian dude that worked there, and he was like obsessed with that shit. And he would ramble on for like forever.
Oh, man.
He'd be like, "You're this sign, oh, and then you were like this moon and like this star and like this shit."
Mercury's
And
in
he's like,
retrograde.
and this means that you're very like, and he talks so fast,
oh my god.
and he seems smart,
yeah.
and he was Asian, so he probably was.
He probably just likes planets so much that he knows everything about them, including zodiac astrology.
It's gotten so extensive nowadays, though, that people like. There's another app, and I ended up getting suckered into downloading it too. But like your charts that I just do not understand. It's totally, it's on another spectrum, is like what I like to say. And it's just these people who really focus on a lot of their time on giving themselves reasons as to why they are the way they are. And that's kind of where I'm just like torn away from the interesting part and more believe that it's kind of all an excuse.
Dude,
Yeah, I think it is.
Susie was like starting to get into that stuff because she's super into crystals and rocks. She likes them. Like she just likes geography, right? But she was starting to get into, oh, Mercury's in retrograde. That's why I'm acting this way. I'm like, no, you're acting that way because you're fucking moody right now.
It's just like an excuse
know?
for your behavior.
Like, no, you don't get to just blame it on a planet spinning. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Upbringing has a lot to do with like
Yeah.
who we are as people.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
It does, but I
Absolutely.
don't think the stars do.
The stars, I don't think that they do, but I think it has like some sort of play in like people's emotions or like, you know, stuff like that. But like,
The moon does.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it
yeah.
affects gravity,
Yeah.
so maybe that
Yeah.
has
does
something to do with
something.
it. Yeah.
I
your blood's getting like pulled.
Yeah.
I think the moon does something to women for sure. I don't think it does it to men because I've never experienced feeling crazy or anything while there's a full moon or
If
something.
you do doggy style while there's a full moon and she faces the full moon,
hold on.
you'll have a
if you-
boy child.
Every time you do
Is that true?
I don't know. My wife's grandma said that.
Yeah. Because
But
we have
she's, like,
boys on the way.
90 years
That's
old.
true, and doggy style is my favorite. But
Finishing move, man.
if yeah, always.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
the
not
KO, bro. If you're doing doggy style, isn't it always a full moon?
Yeah.
No.
I guess that's true.
So
But you got to be facing
You got me
the,
there.
That's
the actual moon.
You got me there.
that's why it's always a boy if you do it doggy style because it's always a full moon.
Mm-hmm.
No, my daughter, man. Same. Yeah, same position for sure.
Man.
Yeah. It's
Jeez.
always the finisher. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
Take me out.
Especially if you're like having a hard time with it and you're like, I need to do the finishing move. Like
Yeah.
I know I'll finish if I do this position.
I wrote some questions for you. Oh, these are not the right questions. That's why I'm confused. I think they were like from when me and Lily did one.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, these are not the right questions. So you're married with 2 kids?
I'm not married yet.
Oh.
We definitely intend to do that soon.
Engaged?
Yeah. Not engaged. No. Still working on the proposal.
Okay.
Yeah. If she watches this, sorry. Also, fuck.
No, you're good, man.
She told me, she was like, be sure not to like say fuck every fucking word. And I was like, I'm
Yeah.
going to do my best, but you know me.
It's hard.
It is hard.
I think as long as you avoid it in the first few minutes,
It's like the
Then
first
it's
minute.
okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the first minute is the when
Yeah.
the algorithm picks it up.
I think the less the better. But I also don't like to do it myself because I think I sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also
You
makes you just not sound as smart, you know, or not as illiterate.
Like
It makes you
What's the
sound
word again?
illiterate. Yeah.
Yeah.
illiterate.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
you sound illiterate.
He did give me the okay. He was like, yeah, that's cool, man. Just so you
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, I mean we slip up all the time. Like we try not to, but it's whatever. It's not a big deal.
I think the podcast, we kind of do whatever. With the reactions, we try a little
Yeah,
more
That's what he
I
was
would-
saying. Yeah.
because it's a little different.
Yeah, man.
So 2 kids, not married yet.
Nope.
He's renting a house right now. He just got a new truck. He
Nice.
got the same truck I got, but black
No,
and
Yeah.
4-wheel drive.
I've been thinking about getting a new car.
Black. What do you have now?
I have a 2019 Altima.
Oh, yeah, that Altamont side?
Yeah, and I used to have a Civic, like a hatchback,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so much nicer. Like just the quality of it and stuff.
What year was the hatchback?
Probably 2017 or like it was like, so you know when they changed the style,
Yeah.
it was like the year after that. It was the first year the hatchback came back out.
Okay.
So I got that, and then someone rear-ended me and totaled it.
It was bad.
So I got like, whatever, a few $1,000s from the insurance company after the car was paid off. And I had to go get another car. And the Altima was like $3,000 cheaper than the fucking Civic would have been. And I was like trying to save money. And now I'm like, what a dumbass. Like, I should have just got the car I wanted.
And that's what I think about like a lot of the time too. Like this last time at the dealership, I was like, I'm going to be very picky and I will try and be as easy as possible. But like, if I don't like something, I'm definitely making it known. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't push me in this direction. That's not what I'm feeling, you know?
It's hard to get a car.
Yeah.
Especially, oh my God, dude.
Well, they're all
you go there,
there, man.
yeah, and then you're like, yo, can we do this price? And they're like, what do you want the monthly payment to be?
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, can we do 25,000 or whatever? And like, so what do you want the monthly payment to be? I'm like, bitch, I don't care what the monthly payment is.
Yeah.
You can make it $1,000 as long as we get to this overall price.
I want that vehicle is what I want.
Yeah.
I got
swindle
lucky
you with that shit.
I got lucky. The guy I worked with, he was actually pretty cool. He picked up my car, the truck that I ended up wanting from another dealership, and he made it sound like he wasn't getting anything from it, like any profit or a bonus. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. Like, whatever. Like, you don't got to tell me. Like, I hope you get something. You know, this is your job. So, but as long as the deal works out for me structurally and financially, I'm fine with it. I think the value of what I got it for is definitely above. So I think I technically have positive equity in it now, which is definitely hard to do nowadays.
Dude, his truck was like barely
so it's used
more than mine.
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his is 2022. It's a Z71, which means it has an off-road package, which is 4-wheel drive. And his was, what, 32?
32 what?
It was 32,000?
30,000 miles on it.
No, how much was it?
Dollars.
So, okay. Yeah, my bad. So the price of the truck was, I got him to drop it down to 32 after I put $1,000 down. So that kind of put my payments where I wanted them to be.
Yeah.
And I think it's valued at like 38.
But my truck, no 4-wheel drive, no ZR2 or ZR1 package, just normal 2-wheel drive. And it's a 2016 or 17, and it was 26,000.
Yeah.
So it's like with usually when you get the 4-wheel drive, that's like another 10 grand usually. Like
I would say like
off-road
five to like 10.
So expensive,
depending on the make and model. You know what I mean? Like Toyota Tacomas, they'll definitely get you
like
way more up there.
If you got the ZR2, it would have easily been in like the 40,000s.
I did find a couple ZR2s that were like kind of in price range, but they either had high miles, the miles, year, and all that fun stuff like take most of like the hit when it comes to like picking out a vehicle.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
like the price will definitely vary depending on miles and year. You know,
trucks are so expensive,
dude.
I didn't.
They are, man.
Think they were until I started looking, and I was like,
I mean,
damn.
32 is like really good.
Yeah.
Because that's like a smaller truck.
Yeah,
You know?
mid-size.
Yeah.
I needed something bigger for when the second kid comes. Because I had a Ford Focus ST, and that thing was fun. Like we were dropping it off at the dealership, and I took my last drive in it, man, and I was just like stressing.
You traded it
baby
in?
mama out. Yeah, like she was in the passenger seat. My daughter was in the back, and they're just like,
Was it stick shift?
yeah, 6-speed manual. Yeah,
We
little baby
played-
turbo, but it's still fun.
We played chicken in that car one time.
Oh yeah, because I drove us to
close. That was crazy.
Where was that at?
That was when we were going to Coolidge. For
Coolidge.
Trevor. We took a little road trip to Coolidge one night to go hang out with Trevor because he was in Arizona for like one night, and it was like the only night we could go see him. So we drove down there, and it was a 2-lane, and Jake was trying to get around this guy, but he saw headlights in front, and I was like, you could still make it. You can still make it. And he just guns it, dude. Guns it. And we were like,
Oh my God,
barely, dude. It was crazy. We're like screaming, like, "Oh my God!"
That's scary, dude.
It wasn't that scary, but because I knew I could do
Nick's
it.
like, I literally shit my pants.
No, dude. I knew I
Usually,
could do
when
it.
you're the passenger, things are scarier.
Yeah,
because you don't
you're
have
not in
control.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. Like
Yeah.
I live for moments like that, which is not a good thing. I like thrills like that. Like that's why I want to go skydiving and bungee jumping.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was fun for me.
It's the whole, but did you die?
It was scary. Yeah,
Did you die?
but did you die?
But did you die?
I mean, I've driven on the wrong side of the road a couple times. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn, dude. I drive like a grandma.
Well, it's.
You
I
do?
mean, when you're
That's good.
when you're driving drunk, it's a bad thing. You shouldn't be doing.
Oh, that's
that.
even worse, dude.
I wasn't drunk.
Well, I'm talking about when I drove on the wrong side of the road. I was drunk,
That I believe.
Me.
but I don't do that anymore.
Oh, I was watching a Dave Ramsey clip the other day about used vehicles or about just car payments
Yeah.
and like people getting fucked over these days.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like 2022 or 23 Sierra, GMC Sierra, like a big truck, you know?
Oh yeah.
And the payment was $3,000 for 96 months. So the car costs like 80 grand, right? But if you pay all those payments, you pay like $288,000.
In total.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in total.
because
Like
of
if
the
you don't pay it off
interest.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
Because
what-
all the
interest.
The interest is
Yeah.
one. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
they get you with the warranty
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's
like
why
that
my
too.
dad buys, like when he does the company vehicles, he pays them off in chunks, like as big as he can, because that's just the best way to do it. If you have to do a payment plan for the vehicle, as big a chunks as you can, just get that thing paid
Yeah, the
off.
quicker the better. Because
Yeah,
each time you put a little extra, they get less interest in the long run.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got super lucky because Taylor actually works at a credit union, which is nice. So she kind of guided me through the whole process and made it a little bit easier. And she was saying if I just go through a credit union, I ended up going to hers, 1AZ, and it was super nice because I talked to somebody she knows, and she kind of guided me through the process to where you can just get a loan from them, pay it off. They can give you a warranty, bumper to bumper, for the fraction of what it costs instead of what a dealership would charge you to profit them.
Yeah.
And it was nice because I probably saved like $4,000 in warranty alone. And I am covered bumper to bumper, and I didn't have to pay more cash walking out the door to get the vehicle.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it was definitely dope. So I think I saved money in the long run, and that's kind of where I ended up with the positive equity in my, I wouldn't say super positive, but like I'm right at what the value of the truck is.
Like if you sold, you probably wouldn't lose money.
Yes, yes. I probably wouldn't lose very much at all. And that was definitely the benefit to like kind of letting her teach me what I didn't know about this. Because I just gave the dealership a check for it was a purchase order that I got from 1AZ and then dropped it off to the dealership. And they just said like, they were kind of like mad. Like I could see it on their faces, dude. Like I got into the finance department and they legit, he was like, all right, if we can do this for this so amount, would you do it? And I was like, well, would I have to pay cash now? They were just like, yeah. I was like, not doing that. Yeah, I already have the warranty, so I'm good to go. And they were like,
He
okay.
played the game, and then the game played him.
And I saw the cost of what it cost them, and it's like $1,525. And when he zeroed out, but it was like $4,500 and like $25. So they make a profit of like 36, I believe, or what is that, $3,000?
Something like that.
They make a
yeah.
profit
On
of
the
like
warranty?
$3,000 plus. Yeah, just on the warranty from people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like when you circle that into your monthly payments, you're also paying interest on that as well. So that's what makes it a lot longer.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Interest. Oof.
Nowadays is tough.
Interest, like financial discussions, is what we talk about a lot on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that's like Brendan is like obsessed with like any sort of interest or payment plan and all this stuff. Like anything that has to do with paying off something, like
Quicker.
property wise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Brendan loves talking about that stuff. He watches those videos all the time. What's the Caleb Hammer?
Caleb
We
Hammer.
watched Caleb Hammer a few times.
That one's funny, but I've started watching it less because he's mostly just talking to people who've made really bad financial decisions. And then he's like looking at their statements. He's like, you spend $5 at Starbucks, $5 at Starbucks, $5 at Starbucks. I'm like, okay, like I want more better, like bigger picture, long term, like.
Remember that one guy?
You know?
He's like, why are you buying so many taquitos
Yeah.
from QT?
You know that guy? So
Those things are pretty good when you're shit-faced, I will say.
that video we watched of that dude, he was so weird. He was like the most
So
crazy
weird.
person you've ever seen. And he's like, goes down in history as like one of his craziest guests.
Yeah.
But he was the first guy who bought taquitos, and he actually was buying taquitos. But now Caleb Hammer, anytime someone buys like junk that they don't need at a gas station, he just calls it taquitos. So he'll be going over their statement. He's like, electric bill, taquitos, taquitos, taquitos. And it's all
That's
from
so
that one
funny.
guest.
Nice.
Yeah, because that guy was crazy. He
was-
almost left.
He was nuts.
remember?
He was like 45 years old. He was like living with his parents. And then like he had a finance degree, which he kept bringing up for some reason.
Yeah, but he didn't have a job.
He didn't have a job for like years.
Yeah.
And there, he's like, why don't you work at like Whataburger? He's like, I'm too smart to work at Whataburger. Like, and he's like, yeah, but you don't make any money, dude. Like,
Yeah, like some money is better than no money,
yeah.
bro. What
He's
are
like,
you doing?
but I'm smart.
Just like, yeah, no one gives a fuck.
have a degree in
obviously.
finance.
Like,
Yeah.
God.
And then he
dude.
was like, no one cares about your degree. He's like, no one cares about my degree. And he like stood up.
Yeah,
he
he
was
was,
like,
like,
gonna
about
leave.
to
offensive
leave.
about
He's
it.
like, should I just give it back to the university? It's like, no, maybe you should use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you should go get
Apply
a
it.
fucking
Get a
job
job.
with it, dude. Like that guy was so stupid.
And then he was bragging about how he had like built some company that was making like $500,000 a
The
year. And I'm like, there's no
advertisement-
fucking way this dude
yeah.
did anything. He's like a crazy person.
It was an
No.
advertisement firm or something like
Yeah.
that. And he was like, yeah, and then it all went bankrupt. And
Oh,
blah,
and then
blah,
his
blah.
office burned down. And
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, if your office burns down and you're running a advertising, that's like online shit. Like, you don't need an office. You
Also,
go to Best
like-
Buy, you buy another laptop, and you're back in business.
did you not have any property coverage on any of
Yeah.
your equipment
Renters
at all?
insurance.
Yeah, like what are you doing, man?
He was just making shit up. Like
He
was,
probably started
excuses.
the fire.
Yeah.
Excuses, man.
Probably committed arson.
and everyone on that show, all they do is make excuses.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, I don't hear this shit anymore.
There's a few people that were like, "Yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing that.
Mhm.
I shouldn't be doing that."
Every
But
once
it's
in a
like,
while, someone
I'm
will-
gonna do it.
Yeah,
again.
why aren't
Yeah.
you? Why are you not stopping then?
But if you go in the comments, like every single episode, they're like mental health issues, mental health issues.
Oh yeah, a lot of them for sure. Especially that guy. Was it Dave? David?
I feel like it was like Brian or
Or no, it was like Brett.
Brett.
Brett. I think
Bryce. Yeah, Brett.
something like
Something like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Brett something. So, 2 kids. What do you do for work?
I actually I serve and bartend right now at Blue Agave.
Blue Agave?
Yeah, it's
Sounds fancy.
it's pretty fancy. Yeah,
It's in
food's
Scottsdale.
good. Yeah, the food's good, man. Everything's homemade. The owner, super cool guy. I honestly just enjoy working for him and the team we got going. Mainly, you know what I mean. That's kind of why I've stuck there for so long. It works out with my schedule too because I can definitely be there for, drop off and pick up with the kid. And more time with my family and able to pay my bills is definitely a positive in life, I think.
Work at night or?
Yeah, so I'll work at night while Taylor works during the day,
Yeah, that works.
and we'll just switch off. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely convenient, dude. I like it. I get time with my kid.
Mm-hmm.
I get to be the one to drop her off and pick her up every day.
It gives him plenty of time to go to the gym too.
Yeah,
So he's going to the
I'll drop
gym
her
a
off
lot.
and then I'll go work out for like an hour or two, which
That's
is
smart.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
I got to invest in myself too
System.
a little.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of gym.
Did Nick what?
Oh no, go ahead.
Who's Jim?
No, you go ahead.
Well, did you ask him if he was cool talking about that one thing?
What one thing?
The one thing that
What thing?
we were talking about at the gym.
It's gym
earlier.
related.
Your needle vitamins.
Oh yeah, no, I'm cool with that. Yeah,
Like that.
I was
didn't
gonna
give it
say-
dude,
away.
you threw me for a
You
loop.
could
I
have
was
cut
like,
it
yeah,
out. But
no
Yeah,
problem.
I
that
know.
one thing, like your meth addiction,
That's
I was like, yo.
like,
were like,
banging
what?
trannies every weekend.
Whatever pays the bills, man. I make them pay me if anything.
He's like, I told you not to tell anyone. Told you that in confidence, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely I started a couple weeks ago. I haven't noticed much of a difference yet. I mean, I'm trying not to let it be like a placebo though, as well,
Yeah.
like mentally. And this is what I was told, and it kind of makes sense. Like it was basically explained to me like you're not gonna feel anything right away. Like it takes time, but like you may realize that you feel better overall. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm getting to that stage now, doing it for a few weeks, and it's been cool, dude. Like it helps me in the gym for sure. Like it feels heavy, but I'm still going. I can get a lot more last reps in.
Did you like get your levels tested, or like why did you?
I didn't. I kind of just assumed that like I'm starting out very low dose.
Did you go to a clinic or like a endocrinologist?
Nope.
This is all through a friend.
All through a friend.
Oh,
He's doing it the gym rat way.
okay.
Yeah.
But you're just doing a really low dose.
He's
Very
doing,
low,
yeah.
yeah, he's doing 200 and he's doing 100 at the beginning and then 100 like later in the week. So
So-
he's like trying to coast it through.
1 and 1,
Yeah.
yeah. So
twice a week.
Yeah, 200 a week.
Yeah,
So
Yep.
I don't think that's bad.
Anyways. That's pretty low.
it's.
I am gonna go get my blood tested at the end of the 30 days, so in a week or so, and then eventually I'll find out what I have and what I need.
So, if you get your blood tested now, you're gonna have high levels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to get it from a doctor, what you would do is stop for 14 days and then get your blood work done. And then it'll be trash. And the doctor will be like, damn, you're 80 years old.
Yeah.
And then
it doesn't.
And then you
does
can
not
get a
look
prescription
good.
instead of like.
Brendan's trying to teach you how to get more steroids.
No, I'm just trying to teach you how to get it from a pharmacy instead of like
That's
from the
true.
gym bros.
That is true. If you go there while your testosterone is crashing, then you'll probably get a decent amount.
I think I was
Not more.
Well, they actually might not.
They'll
even,
actually give you less than 200.
Yeah,
in most cases.
Yeah,
like I do 140 a week.
140 a week. Yeah,
on TRT from the doctor. But I did a bunch of steroids like when I was younger, like from like 19 to 22.
Yeah,
I was just like
good old days.
little
man.
pin cushion, bro. I was strong
year,
as fuck, dude.
Senior year, I was sticking needles in Brennan's ass.
Did you?
Yeah, dude.
You did it for me one time?
Yeah, a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like,
I will
dude,
say,
that's when we
if
would
my
do.
back is super sore, dude, I cannot get back there and then get the right spot.
Well, some people do it like in their belly,
Well,
right here.
you can only do that
it's for
if you're
certain
doing.
ones.
Well, it's HGH mostly. You can do testosterone there, but only if you're doing every single day shots. So you're doing like
Minuscule,
a tiny
amount
little
every
bit.
day.
Like,
Yeah.
What would that be, like 50 or something? How little?
It would be like 10 to 15 milligrams a day or something
wow,
like that.
really?
But it's
That's
like
crazy.
that's so annoying to me. I'd rather do it once or twice a week.
Oh yeah,
because
for
you're
sure.
gonna. I don't know. I hate sticking myself.
Do you do it to yourself, or do you have
I
somebody
do it
do
myself.
it for you? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Even though I live with a nurse.
I was gonna say I'd have my freaking
But-
girl do that
Yeah, I usually just do it because she
Dang.
was like, I don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still do it in the butt cheek, or do you do it in your leg?
Always butt cheek.
Oh man.
Yeah, same. Do you alternate? Or do you do the same one
I
every
used
time?
to.
You alternate cheeks?
I used to.
I do. So I'll do it on my right, and then the next 3 days later, I'll
It's
do it on
just,
my
I
left.
like
funny.
always do my left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't know why. Just the right one. Because sometimes have you ever done a shot where it just goes in like easy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then another one where like the skin stings, and you're like shit, like fuck.
Yeah.
Usually my right one will sting way more,
Yeah.
but the left one it'll just go in.
Yeah.
So, okay, from what I remember, is you have to put it in and you have to pull up on it to see if you draw blood.
I never do that. I would do that back when I was taking shit like Tren,
Yeah.
because Tren.
Because I remember you telling me you have to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I never do that now. But with Tren, if it gets like in your veins, you'll get Tren cough.
Yeah.
And I've had it a few times when I was like 20.
Yeah.
I would do that one time. My mom was like, heard me in the bathroom coughing so hard. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm fine. And I told her after, because she knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And she was pretty chill about it. She was just like, don't let Albert find out. That was always like, after I was like 17,
Dude.
anything I wanted to do, she was like, don't let Albert find out.
Albert is
My stepdad.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I remember smoking weed in your backyard
Yeah.
and your mom coming out and saying that exact thing. Don't let Albert find out.
Which is funny because like a
Like
couple years
sophomores.
before that, well, when she first found my weed or whatever, she found like a water bottle bong in my
Nice.
bathroom closet.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out downstairs because we lived in an apartment at the time. And I was downstairs with Mackenzie Berryhill and we were like making out. And then my mom calls me and she's like, come up here right now. And I'm like, I'm busy. She's like, right now. I was like, oh, I gotta
Knock it
go.
off, Mom.
Dang, you're cock blocking me, mom.
I was like, why? She's like, you know why. I was like, God damn it.
She found the shit, dude.
Yeah. She only found the bong, but I think I had like 7 grams of weed like in a Altoid thing hidden.
Yeah.
Because in the bathroom, what I did was like, what is this stuff on the wall called? The trim.
Yeah, the trim.
So in like apartments, the trim is like vinyl. So I cut a piece of that off and then I nailed it under the cabinet. So there was like a little pouch
Yeah.
and I would like stick my Altoid skin in
Hey,
there.
you got creative.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's like stashing your stuff in like the air vent in the side of the wall.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
way
same
I
thing.
hid my weed is I would always get a deodorant stick and I would unscrew the whole
Take out the
thing,
deodorant.
cut it in half, put your weed in there, put the top half back on, so it looks like no one's going to unscrew your deodorant. You
Damn.
know. So I was like, this is the best way to fucking hide.
I was
weed.
definitely the type of dude where it was just like, I'm just not going to bring it home with me. I'm going to smoke it all now.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I buy a little bit at a time.
I
and
usually
then-
smoked at other people's places.
Yeah.
I didn't really like smoking at my house.
I would only smoke at night,
Uh-huh.
like after my mom went to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
I could not be high in front of her.
No, dude, I
was
remember
so
a few
scared.
times.
I
like,
was a
would
few
come
times, it's
home-
not.
Yeah, that shit was so scary. You're like, you come home and you think your mom's not gonna come home for a while, and then she
yeah.
comes home right after you, and you're like, oh
And your
no.
heart's like pounding and your adrenaline's like through
You're
the
like,
roof.
She just comes in your room and you're like, nothing. And she's like, what, dude?
Say hi.
Dude, my mom would have beat my ass if she found out I was smoking, man.
Yeah.
It
My
was
mom
that
too.
type of, yeah.
My mom too.
She's
for
like,
sure.
hi. You're like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
Same.
What are you doing? That's hilarious, dude.
Do you still
Oh,
smoke?
man.
No,
No, me
No.
neither.
I don't do
I
anything
do.
anymore.
Yeah,
I
he
love
does.
weed, man. It's
You do?
good. Yeah, it's good for the soul.
Oh yeah, let's get into that. So you were an alcoholic?
I was. Well, I'm an alcoholic in recovery.
Yeah.
Well, let's
You know what I mean?
let's
I'll be an
start with
alcoholic forever.
How many years are you sober?
Just about 4.5 now. So in November, was it March right now?
Yep.
November, I will be 5 years sober.
Nice. I feel like I
get there, you know?
was like around the same time.
Probably
Yeah?
around the same time.
Yeah, I had like an opiate addiction.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh man, good for you for like kicking it though, for sure.
Yeah, life's way better now.
Dude, life has gotten so I'm comfortable everywhere I go, and I don't have that like social anxiety
Yep.
like I used to. Like that alcohol would always give you that social lubricant, and
Yeah.
I heavily relied on that
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
to like talk to people or do anything. And now that I've been sober,
It is.
Yeah, you're pretty
weird
good,
for
like
sure.
outgoing.
Yeah.
I have my moments though.
Yeah.
You know, and there's my times too where I'm at home and you know, lady and the kid, I'm just like, yo, I need like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Oh,
just to
yeah,
like
for sure.
just peace and quiet. That's it.
Dude, just Lael and Aiden moving in, which I think I told you they've moved in.
Yeah.
I think you told me they were about to.
Oh, okay, so
Oh,
they've
yeah.
moved in. They've been here. They've been at my place for about 3 weeks now, maybe 4, almost a month now. And yeah, dude, for sure there are times where I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go in my room. I don't want anybody going in my room. I need like 5 minutes of silence right now.
And then you're gonna have a baby soon.
Yeah.
That's gonna be even
Oh,
worse.
You're not gonna have any
That's
silence,
gonna be
dude.
the tough part for sure.
We are gonna have to suck it up when that time comes.
Oh
that's for
yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that. That's why I'm trying to get my little peace times right now. My little I call them my timeouts.
Oh yeah, don't take it for
Yeah,
granted, bro.
I-
Take it as
Oh yeah,
utilize that time if you can.
as much as I can right now.
So how did you, like, when did you start drinking, and then like when did it become a problem?
All right, so to be honest with you, I started drinking at I was like 15.
Mhm.
I was maybe like a sophomore in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like me and I had a buddy Josh and CJ, and we just wanted to go like kind of they were more experienced at it, I think, and I hadn't done it. And I think the first time that I got drunk, I was like, damn, like this is fun. You know what I mean? And it was only like a couple beers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but at the time you're just like, am I gonna get away with this? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. You're just it's exciting because the thrill of it. And then
yeah.
you know, it was fun. It was something we did on the weekends. And then after high school, it was like, dude, we can do this every day if we can get alcohol. And obviously I used to drink with my brother and my sister. They were about 15 years older, 13 years older. Started drinking with them a lot, and we would kind of drink all hours of the night. You know what I mean? Like up until like the sun came up, and
Yeah.
that kind of got normalized for me, I feel. And
Yeah.
later in my relationship, that's when it's kind of started to take a toll because she wasn't really about that kind of like lifestyle. And thank God she was, dude, because if it wasn't for like the people that I had in my corner like that, I probably would have never snapped out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. So your girl wasn't like,
No, I mean,
she was like, you need to stop.
yeah, it was, we had a lot of fun for like a long time, but towards the end there, man, it just like, are we growing up or are you going to do this
Yeah.
forever, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
I got to a point where I lost them, and I didn't have my daughter in my life there for a while. I really had to fight for that relationship back first. And, you know, after a couple weeks, I started going to meetings, did everything I could, and wanted to make sure that like I was sticking this out because I did start to feel better about myself as days went by,
Yeah.
staying sober. And, you know, through a lot of trial and errors, like I learned that last time I drank was the last time I wanted it
Mm-hmm.
to make it like more memories of it. You know, it was tough. It was
Yeah.
very tough.
It's weird, but now you're like, fuck that, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think like the desire's gone to
Uh-huh.
drink, but the fascination with it is still kind of there. Like, man, it'd be kind of nice to
Yeah.
like just have a beer with the boys by the pool or, you know, on vacation, whatever the case may be. But I just know it's not worth the risk. I'd probably be fine for a few months drinking. You know what I mean? But
No, it would get,
eventually
It would
It would
snap
build
back
up.
into your old pattern, and then
Yeah.
that's not worth it.
We used
Were
to
you
have
drinking
fun.
like every day?
I would say after, because I worked in a restaurant, so after work, get a couple. You know, sometimes it would just be a couple, 50% of the time it would be, all right, let's go get a bag and let's just like see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? So the drinking and the cocaine use got pretty heavy there towards the end, and that's really what it was. That's what did the number. Yeah.
Yeah. People love that shit together.
Yeah. What about?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say there was a time where I realized I didn't really want to do that anymore. And it was when I walked home from Stevie's that one time. On Stevie's birthday, who was the guy that used to give us cocaine, by the way. I'm not going to say his last name.
He's like, give it to you.
I was going to say,
like
you already said a lot, but
we used to call him Stevie Wonder, but or Snails. But it was his birthday. And we used to go to this bar called Toso's. It's a fucking piece of shit bar. But
do not recommend going to Toso's.
No, fuck that place. It's terrible.
It's a black hole.
So
sucks you in.
We got shit housed at Toso's, and Stevie is just like fucking feeding us cocaine. He's got like his little fucking spoon. He's literally just going up to people and putting it in their nose, you know? So everybody's fucking yacked out and drunk. And then we go to his place and continue the party there because the bar's closed. It's already 2:00 or whatever. And I got like really drunk and I threw up off of his patio. And when I came back into his house, I was like, I don't want to fucking be here. I don't like any of the people here.
Oh, yeah. I threw up with you off that edge. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Jake was like, if you're going to throw up, I'll throw up too. And he pulled his own trigger and threw up with me. That's a real homie right there.
He was all embarrassed, man. I was like, all right, we'll just puke together.
Yeah. But then I was just like, I don't want to fucking be here. And I just left.
Yeah.
And I was trying to call an Uber. And as soon as I went to order the Uber, my phone died.
Damn.
And I was 10 miles from home.
Jesus.
And
our buddy.
I couldn't even remember how to get back to Stevie's. That's how fucked up I was. So I was like, I only have one option. I have to walk home because that's the only way I could, like, that's the only thing I know what to do. So I walked all
the old
fucking,
Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Would that take you like 5 hours?
I don't remember. I ran some of it.
That's a long.
I ran a few times. I was like, this is taking fucking forever.
I
Just like running and just started running. And then I remember this is back when I was living with Shelby. I got home, put my phone on the charger, laid down. Then my phone starts ringing off the hook. And I was like, answered. I was like, what? And Shelby was like, where are you? Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I'm searching for you with Jake. And I was like, I'm home. Chill out. And then I hung up on her.
Because that night, me and our buddy ended up taking off. And we were like, dude, where's Bart? And then I think Bart had told us he was walking and then his phone died, so we couldn't get a hold of him. So we jumped in the truck, went looking for Bart. We were just like, it's been about a half hour. If anything, he's probably home. So I went and knocked on the door, got his girlfriend, and was like, hey, man, like, we can't find Bart. Is he home yet? And she was like, what? No, like, just waking up. Like,
yeah.
And we ended up getting her to tag along and driving around with us. That way we had 2 cars looking for Bart. This guy's just literally one road, couldn't find him. So I
walked down Greenway the whole way.
I don't know how we didn't see you.
You probably passed him.
I think he's yes, like we had to.
Dude, I know for a fact because that's the only thing I could think of.
We took Bell.
All I have to do is go down Greenway and I will see my apartment.
We took Bell, we took Greenway, could not find Bart. Went to the end destination, his house, right next to mine, by the way, at the time.
Yeah,
and I thought it was
neighbors.
Yeah, I was like, how did we miss this?
You're probably like passing like right as he's walking behind a tree.
Yeah.
You're like, is he there?
Had to
no,
have been.
just a tree.
I like see their truck and hide.
They're coming to get me.
By the time we got Shelby, this guy called us and was just like, or we called him, got a hold of him. He was like, I'm at home. Like, dude, you could have saved the witch hunt, man. We've been looking for you for a while.
Oh man, yeah. I remember going to like a Chevrolet gas station and asking the guy if he could charge my phone just for a little bit, and he was like, "No, I'm not allowed to do that." I was like, do you have any outlets that I could use? I will buy a charger right now. Like, I just need my phone. He was like, no, dude, we don't have outlets you can use. I was like, well, then I'm not buying a charger, I guess. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What a piece.
Just kept walking.
Did you look outside? Like, sometimes there's ones outside.
No, I mean, I was like really fucked up, dude. So
like,
the winner of the Not My Job award.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, how about I buy 2 phone chargers and you let me use your phone charger?
Yeah. How about give me your phone, motherfucker, and let me fucking call somebody.
Was it like a ghetto gas station?
I don't remember. It was
the more
Chevron.
ghetto. Oh yeah.
So probably
the more ghetto the gas station, the less likely they are to help you with anything.
Yeah.
If it's Quick Trip, they'd be like, yeah, we can charge your phone for you. We'll give you a massage while it charges.
Yeah, we'll give you
if it's Circle K, they're like, I don't know, everything's sticky.
Everything's sticky. The hot dogs are strictly ornamental.
You can use it if you find it. I don't care.
Eat them. Oh, God.
Oh man.
Yeah, Circle K is disgusting.
And then 7-Eleven is like, don't eat the hot dogs. I can't do a good Indian
don't eat
accent.
that dog.
The hot dogs are strictly ornamental.
That
I
first
got
one,
that
that was
from,
a good accent.
I got that from The Simpsons.
Simpsons?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I had a
says
feeling.
that.
So do you
But-
go to like AA meetings? Still?
Haven't been in a while. No. Honestly, my schedule just got so busy, and usually they say, if you feel you don't need to go to a meeting, you probably should go to a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was. It was during COVID, so I had a lot of free time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd go to one at noon, and then I go to the 6 o'clock. So it was like twice a day there for a while.
Yeah. I never like understood the AA thing. Well, like, I don't know, because I never had like a problem with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And I still couldn't drink.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't drank in like a year and a half.
Yeah,
Just because I don't really like alcohol that much.
that's good.
And I don't like the hangover.
That's good.
But I'm going to a couple like weddings soon.
Mhm.
And I probably will drink. But
Mhm.
like, if I drink the next day, I'm not like, I want more alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with opiates or
Yeah.
amphetamines, I'm like, fucking,
Kind of takes
That-
over.
I feel good. And I'm like, I need more. I just need to
It's so
keep feeling
funny,
that way
man.
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been like the complete opposite. Like alcohol has always been my issue.
Mhm.
If I have an issue, I mean,
I feel like you don't because you drink, don't you?
yeah, I don't drink right now, but I do drink. Like I will continue drinking after the baby's born. But I don't.
Why are
have-
you not? Wait, just because Lael's not?
Yeah, I'm just doing it with her. I wanted to do it just to see if I could do it.
Sober 9-month member?
Yeah,
That's a good reason, though, yeah.
Stint, dude. And dude, I'm staying strong. I've almost slipped up a few times, but it's literally because it's like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Like I went on a road trip for a work conference, and I was with Ryan.
You're like, time to drive. Let me drink.
We go to the gas station, and he's like, "Oh, we might as well buy beer here." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." And he grabs his Twisted Teas, and I was about to grab some Dos Equis, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what am I doing?" Like I literally grabbed the Dos
Just out of
Equis and was
habit.
like, "No," and like put them back in. And then I went to Ryan. I was like, "Shame on you." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "I'm not drinking." He's like, "Oh yeah, my bad, bro." You know, but neither of us even thought about it. You
Mhm.
know, it
Yeah.
just is one of those things you're so used to.
Mhm. Yeah, I never really got into drinking like that. So
Yeah.
when people are like, let's get beer, I'm like, let's not.
I try
It was
to
always
just
so
keep it for
casual.
the weekends.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we definitely got carried away with it when we were younger.
It's 'cause-
Like our like our early 20s, it was
Mhm.
it was a madhouse, man.
Definitely.
yeah. But I never really went to parties and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, do drugs alone type of
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
But the weird thing with like AA, because I went to rehab
Mhm.
and they always like talking about AA. So like, you have to go to meetings. That's the only way to stay sober, whatever. But I didn't go to a meeting after I like left rehab, you know?
Mhm.
But I just like stay busy with like work
Mhm.
and like doing productive shit.
Yeah.
And I just feel so good that I'm like, I don't want
Well,
to
the
get high.
Yeah. You
First
lost the
thing you did
craving.
was running. That like really helped you a lot.
That helped in the beginning,
Yeah.
working out.
Mhm.
And now it's like working out, making videos, making whatever, working with my
Yeah.
coaching
Staying busy.
clients. Yeah,
Yeah.
just staying busy
Yeah.
and being productive. I feel like if you're leading a productive life,
Mhm.
that craving's like gone.
Yeah.
But if you're to like lose everything and shit sucks,
Mhm.
then you might be like, oh, I want to like feel good,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But if you already feel good,
It's
but
yeah, it definitely has to do with productivity.
I
man.
think some people need the meetings.
Mhm.
yeah.
I feel like there's like levels to your addiction craving like brain, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
for sure.
Like there's some people who are like need it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And there's some people like get into periods where they feel like they need it. But if they're like productive, they're like, I'm good,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know?
And I totally
Yeah.
stand by whatever the case may be, just because, like, if it's doing its job and keeping anybody sober, dude, fucking win-win.
No, yeah, it's great for
Yeah,
some
Dude,
if you
people.
I've
need the
seen so
help,
many
get
people-
the help for sure.
I've
you
seen
know?
so many people turn around, and when I first got there, man, I heard a lot of sad stories that brought tears to my eyes at the time.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And some dark stuff, dude. And hearing those things made me like grateful that my situation was never that bad.
Yeah.
And that was one thing. And I don't feel I had reasons for going to meetings. A few of them it was COVID and I couldn't really stay that busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to hang out with people who were sober
Mm-hmm.
and know what sober people do. And this is just advice that I kind of like got from people was hang out with sober people. You know what I mean? Figure out how to like live a sober lifestyle. So I did it that way. I needed credibility at the time too. Like I said, my family got a little tough there as well.
Mhm.
And I needed the credibility. And also, man, it was just nice to like kind of hear all of those things and go through the process of what all of that entailed.
Yeah.
Because that's an experience for me, man, and I'm grateful for it. And there were times I had my judgments and stuff like that, but I usually try to be the best to keep most of those things to myself. It's not always easy to do because, like you're saying, you have the I need it kind of people, and those people were cool, man. You just kind of wish them the best.
Yeah.
It's
hard. You hear the stories of people that went to rehab like 20 times.
Oh yeah.
And they just like cannot do it.
And they just keep going back for
It's
more.
crazy.
Man. It's insane. It's usually like an opiate addiction when you hear those. It's
most of the time. Meth or heroin.
Yeah. Well, meth always trickles into freaking fentanyl.
Usually
now.
Yeah.
Well, in Arizona.
Now it's the big one, man.
Usually they'll do both because the meth will probably give you anxiety when you're up for that long. And someone's like, take this, you'll feel better. And they're like, all right.
Yeah,
No, I feel good.
exactly. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Drugs are bad.
Drugs
Don't
are bad.
do them.
Okay.
Oh, they're bad, dude. But yeah, I
They're
always
so
feel
bad.
grateful too.
Yeah.
That like it didn't get worse than it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my wife wanted to leave me too. She I went and stayed at my mom's for a few weeks while I was like going through withdrawals.
Right.
Because I had relapsed like a year after I went to rehab.
Yeah.
And then when she found out, she was like, get the fuck out. She was just like tired of dealing with my bullshit.
Yeah.
It
It was just good to like have that hard reset. You know what I mean? Like it's tough to unlearn all those bad traits and those bad habits that we kind of pick up and do without thinking. Like he was saying, like went to the gas station, went to grab a 12-pack, and it's just it's unlearning that is the hard part of staying sober.
For sure.
But once you kind of dial in your like day-to-day stuff, like it's not even really a thought. Like I get the thought maybe like once a month now if I'm lucky, or when I'm talking about it, but it's never a desire to actually follow through with.
Sorry, I'm not
drinking
turning to
again.
look at you. This flyer's so short that I don't want to rip
It's
it
whatever,
out.
dude. I just figured you were being dismissive again, but
Just
whatever.
Like, oh, Jake's here again? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, addiction's crazy. My whole family.
Yeah.
Does your family have like addiction issues?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so weird, dude. Mine too. Like my mom and all her cousins. Like my mom did meth when I was younger, and then her one cousin was a crack addict. She was like a prostitute crack addict. She's clean now for like years. And then her brother was a heroin addict for years. He's clean too. But it's just crazy. There was like, and then, man, she had like, let me see how many cousins. She had probably like 8 cousins. And I think 6 of them were drug addicts and 2 of them were like normal.
Yeah. And it's probably because they saw those 6 like go through their day to day and was just like, because I have nephews like that. They're very observant of the people that they've kind of grown around, and they're just like, maybe it's good I don't start, or if I do, I'm gonna be around people who don't do it so heavily and try and like develop that sort of self-control. And
The people that can learn from other people's mistakes,
yes,
they're very smart,
dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but you have to like humble yourself to do that. Like you cannot have any sense of pride and go into
Be like,
that.
I could do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. It's like, well, then you're not gonna do it, bro, because you have to have humility to find this peace. Like you're not gonna do it any other way.
Yeah, Tyler was like my nephew. He was like pretty firsthand to like a lot of my shit. Like I used to drink a lot, like because I had lived with my sister at a point. And
did you like suck his dick for money?
Me? Damn, dude. No, I didn't.
You're like, I licked his balls.
Yeah, he's like nothing I'll say on air. But.
Yeah, nothing I can admit to today. Sorry. No, it was cool, man. It was firsthand, and he was just smart, and he just kind of
He just saw it all in front of him and realized like that's not what I want to be. You know? He's a smart kid. He's one of those quieter kids, but he's a good kid.
Yeah.
Played baseball all through high school and just stayed productive.
I think he just saw me drunk all the time. Like a lot of the time I would really like kind of try to hang out with him. I was drunk, and he was just like, dude, like I can only imagine that day.
Yeah.
That guy was just like, get the fuck out of my room.
Definitely.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, when you were living at Lisa's and we were partying over there all the time, that was crazy.
Those were, a lot of fun times.
Fun times.
I didn't realize till I was older, but my grandma's brother, so like my great uncle, he would always come around, and his name was Ron. And I was like, Uncle Ron's always so happy. And then later in life, I realized like I always smelled alcohol on his breath, and he was an alcoholic. He died from like liver cirrhosis.
Oh,
wow.
man.
It was, dude, even, so my mom and all her cousins, and then her mom, cocaine and alcohol.
Yeah.
And then her brother, alcoholic, literally to death.
Damn.
It's crazy how it's like genetic.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's genetic or is it like what you grow up around,
It's
or maybe
probably
a combination.
mixture of both, because I mean, everybody's different when it comes to addiction. You know, like what you said, some people can be more addicted to something than others, you know.
I think it's subjection. I think it's like what you're subjected to, like growing up.
I think that part is genetic, but it's also, if you grow up with people showing you what this is and they're doing it all the time, they're just showing you that it's okay to do and it's a fun thing to do and you're going to want to do it. And you're not going to see anything wrong with it. You know?
It's like having an addictive personality. I think that can definitely be passed down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The habits can be passed down as well.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
It's an interesting life sometimes to see, you know?
It is. It's crazy that, because my mom growing up, she was always like, don't fucking do drugs. Like, this happened. She would point out all her cousins. And then when I was like, I don't know how old, but I tried like a Vicodin. And I was like, I'm like, I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. I could do anything right now.
Yeah.
I could accomplish. I'm like, I'm going to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Really, I'm going to live in the streets. But
Yeah. I liked Vicodin, did not like Percocet.
Really?
Yeah. I got prescribed both one time and I just couldn't do the
Probably
Percocet,
just took too much, or it was too strong.
Nah, I think it was a pretty light dose, if anything. Like,
it's weird because they're very, very similar. But yeah, Vicodin, I think in the beginning, Vicodin did feel better.
yeah.
But once my tolerance got super high, I would eat a Vicodin, it would feel like a fucking Advil.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
you
feel
need more.
shit, dude.
And that's how it kind of goes. I was more of an uppers person.
Yeah,
we
I liked
did
Adderall in high school.
Adderall a lot
Love
in
that
high
shit.
school.
Loved Adderall.
With energy drinks. Oh, damn, dude.
With an energy drink?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Dude, hear this. We used to take fucking Adderall and
So
drink
meth.
Red Lines.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
So
know
meth.
what Red Lines are?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And
My-
we
it's
would drink
suggested
the
to
whole
only
bottle.
drink half.
We would
Yeah.
drink the whole bottle.
Dude, my hands
every
and
time.
feet were freezing all day.
And they would be like pale.
Yeah.
And you're like, why do
Where-
my hands look weird?
Where is Red Line nowadays? Can you get a Red Line?
I
don't
think it's
know.
gone.
It tastes
man.
like ass. The formula sucked.
It was
I actually
so
didn't
bad,
like
dude.
it. Like the feeling.
Uh-huh.
My heart would hurt after drinking those.
Yeah, I
dude.
didn't like
it
it.
was bad.
And it tasted like the bubbles smell, like little kids' bubbles.
Yeah.
You know how those smell? That's
that's
like what
so-
it tasted like.
Bro,
Yeah.
that is such a good description.
Right?
Especially the lemon one.
Yeah.
Because that's the one they always had because nobody wanted to fucking drink that one. And that was the worst one. It tastes like fucking soap.
Dude, but we
so bad.
We probably annoyed the shit out of my sister because we would I would pick up Nick and then I lived with like a friend in high school. He's like a family friend that was older. And he was like down the street from Nick's house. I'd pick up Nick and then we'd go down to Camelback and pick up my sister. But me and Nick would pop an Adderall on the way and then drink energy drinks. And we're just like singing in the car to One Direction.
Yeah.
And just like rambling about who knows what. And pick up my tired ass sister and she's like, what the fuck? You guys want to shut the fuck up?
But I will say, those trips are the reason we did a podcast.
That is like
That is-
where we got the idea. Because we were just high and rambling. We're like, people would love to listen to
Dude, we
this.
should start a podcast. And then, you guys made it happen, though.
And now that's pretty much what we do. Just
Like
don't
years
do
later,
drugs.
just without the drugs. The drugs probably make it better for like a month.
Oh my god! Yeah, until we get real
And then I'd
depressed.
be selling this shit.
Yeah, we don't have the camera anymore. We can't do the podcast.
So you two are childhood friends then, yeah?
We met
Sophomore,
freshman year.
freshman
Because
year.
it was, we took Spanish freshman year.
Both went to Greenway, though.
No, it was sophomore year because it was Cortez. Because I had
I had Cortez
I had Capistrano.
freshman year. And then I had Senor Booker sophomore year.
Senor Booker.
Senor Booker.
What, dude? Because I had Miss Capistran freshman year.
Maybe you're right. I don't
I
know.
was like, what?
You could be right.
Either way,
Maybe I took it 3 years. I don't know.
I don't know.
I took it 3 years and learned fucking como se dice, which is like, how do you say
I
it?
know, dude. You still know more Spanish
I
than me,
still
though.
heavily
So that's
rely on
good.
that.
I do know more than you, but I hang out with like Lily.
That's true.
When we go to like California, we'll go to her grandma's house and they're just like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And now I pick up on like a lot more of it than I did
Oh,
a
that's
few years
good.
ago.
Yeah.
But it would be good to learn. I'm trying to learn French right now.
French?
Yeah,
That's
on
a tough one.
Duolingo.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going to France. We're going to France in like a month.
Cheese.
Are you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So we're going to Spain for
You got to get the accent down if you're going to go to France.
Lily's coworker's wedding.
Uh-huh.
And France is like right there. And the tickets are cheaper if you're flying like within Europe. Like if you get a ticket from here to France, it's like thousands.
That's why they do those piggyback flights.
Yeah, it's like a piggyback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
That's
going
sick.
Spain for a week and then Paris for a week. And I'm trying to learn a little bit of French because they hate when like Americans walk up and
Silly
start speaking
Americans.
English. They're like,
you do not know French. Why do you come to my country?
you stupid piece of shit.
So good.
Silly American.
Stupid American.
Get out of my country.
I've never heard this guy's French accent before, dude. That was
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
just watch Beauty and the Beast for a little bit and watch The Candle.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
you'll fucking perfect it in 2 seconds.
yeah.
Lily said one of her friends had gone before, and she said something like, I think she went to like a fucking Starbucks or whatever, and was like, "Let me get a croissant," and like, you don't even ask if I speak English.
Yeah. A croissant.
Croissant.
Like, you stupid.
Like who's that on Jimmy Neutron? Carl.
Carl.
Croissant.
Damn, dude, that's a core memory, bro.
Jimmy's
Jimmy Neutron days.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy. I gotta go watch Llamas in Love.
Jimmy and Pooch.
That's my best Carl.
All right, we're probably out of time, like
Like
recording wise.
20 minutes ago, probably.
Nah,
We've been
all right.
rambling a good. This is a good
I wish
one,
we
though.
had fucking the equipment to go for like 3 hours,
Yeah, I know everything overheats. That's the problem we run into.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
especially the main camera. And then the iPhones, every once in a while, we'll get done, we'll look at it, and it just stopped at like 20 minutes
Yeah.
for some reason.
Oh,
For
bummer.
whatever reason. It's
So
annoying.
sometimes we're just like, oh, great.
Yeah, awesome. That episode's
Now we have
ruined.
one camera angle. That's why I use the
Yeah.
camera today, because we usually just use the iPhones.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But I was like, if they fuck up, then we'll have a backup.
At least
At
we'll have
least.
the one shot.
That gets the
yeah.
rest.
Yeah.
It gets all three of
It
us,
should get
Oh,
all
nice.
three of us.
but then these get the other angles.
I was
Yep.
curious though, since you're going to France, have you been out of like country before?
Just Mexico.
Just Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mexico's the only place.
I heard I have a buddy I haven't talked to in years, but he told me he went to Austria, Italy. I think he went to France. I wasn't sure. But he said, dude, the food like is
Bomb.
clutch, bro.
The
And
bee's
it's
knees.
yeah, it's one of those things because like you know how like you eat here and you kind of feel like shit afterwards
Yeah.
if you're not like a clean eater.
Mhm.
But all the MSG here, dude, is like so bad for us. And
I
he
heard
was
that
saying
about Italy too.
Italy,
Yeah, Italy is what does he call it? A blue ribbon country or something like that, where the people live the longest.
zone?
Blue zone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, blue zone.
So what are you saying?
Yeah, just like Austria and Italy. He was saying the food there was just like so good.
Mhm.
He was like, when you're full, like you still have energy. You're not like,
Yeah, that's crazy because every time I eat here, I'm like, oh, fucking go to
I
sleep.
know,
dude, yeah, like I'm
man.
done. I'm done for the day.
Same.
Yeah.
The other thing that's cool about France that I found out from that documentary that Zac Efron did is they like have pure like fresh water. Like all their water is like mountain
Mhm.
spring water.
Mhm.
So they sell like just glass water bottles, and you can just all the water's free. So you just go up to a fountain and fucking fill your glass water bottle up. But you don't buy a bottle of water; it's empty. It's just a piece of glass.
Mm.
It's I thought that was kind of weird, but it's also pretty cool.
We'll see. I mean, if it tastes like the water fountains here, I'm gonna throw that glass against the wall.
They also
He's got that green sludge
Yeah,
around the
he
he
tip
went
too.
to a place that's like the most purified water, and it's like a restaurant that like glorifies purified water or whatever.
Mhm.
And they were like tasting it, and he's like, "Yeah, it tastes like water to me." You know, like how are you gonna tell the difference, really? If you're tasting spring water that's like really fresh, and then you taste this other water that's so purified that it's supposed to be crazy,
Do you guys have
it's still water.
a taste of difference in water?
Yeah.
I-
It's weird how water tastes different.
Yeah,
So,
Arrowhead.
okay.
The
Arrowhead's
worst.
shit, dude.
The worst.
So that's only because of the freaking minerals in the water.
I think someone's like
It's not the actual water
pissing in the
itself.
Arrowhead bottles.
Yeah, and then
Before they
trying to
go
filter
out.
it out like a
Yeah.
half-ass filter out. and then
Arrowhead
giving it to
water
you.
tastes like fucking sand.
It's
dude.
weird.
It's gross. But if you get like actual good mineral water, it doesn't taste anything like that. It will taste
Like
a little salty.
Dasani's
but-
good.
Hell, I'll take a Dasani at this
Not a
point.
fan of Fiji. I don't know how
No?
people like Fiji. Yeah.
I like
don't
that like
smart water.
almost metal taste. Not metal, but like it's got this like little
Yeah,
tinge
it's the
to it.
iron in the
Yeah.
minerals.
Something, yeah.
yeah.
I had my buddy
And
Gary
that's
get
good
me
for
into
you.
Essentia. Essentia's good. I always thought it was called Essential, and then I ran into somebody who worked for Essentia and was like, "It's Essentia and not essential." And I
Do you
was
guys like bubbly water?
bubble,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Perrier?
I do. I don't like Perrier because they don't do flavors.
Well, yeah,
I like flavored water.
but non-flavored.
I don't do non-flavored.
No, I think
would-
that tastes like ass.
No,
I
that's
would rather drink
horrible.
non-flavored and just squeeze a lemon and a lime in there.
Yeah, but I'll
I've got
do
into that
like
lately.
the bubbles or what are they called? Bubbles. And then
Carbonated water.
Yeah, and the Waterloos. I don't know if you ever seen that company, but their carbonated water, their flavors are amazing. Their watermelon's my favorite.
The flavored ones are okay.
Yeah.
But plain, like club soda,
Dude, for some reason it tastes like horrible.
it's so
It
weird.
makes it
But some
taste
people
Squeeze
love
lemon
it.
and lime. That's how you get rid of it.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
love, dude, I serve it. People ask me for it. I'm like,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Like just plain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put a lemon and lime on the side and they will not use it. I'm like, you're a psycho.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking
You just like the
savage.
burn.
Some people
Yeah.
love it.
That's
Smoke a
so
cigarette
weird.
like an adult.
Yeah. Do a line of coke. Meth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a line of meth.
Yeah.
Like a normal adult. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Hit the subscribe button, like button, notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Adios, amigos.